By the way, for those that don't know, my name's Travis Martin. I've lost over 100 pounds on the program, come off all prescription medication. It's my purpose and passion and calling to help people in Jesus' name lose weight, reconnect to their highest self, forgive themselves, quit judging themselves, all that good stuff that we talk about. I've been committed this year to leading these sessions every single weekday, and that's going to continue as long as the Lord will allow me to do that. I'm a little off today, and I suspect that I will. I already was stretched with what we're trying to accomplish behind the scenes, and with the frequency of classes and preparing myself, which I don't feel like I've done my best, but I'm doing my best, if that made any sense. But my family's been through quite an ordeal over the last year. And this morning, during our Bible study here in the house, we received tragic news of something that's happened within our family that's nothing but devastating news. So if y'all bear with me the rest of this week, I probably will have my mind and thoughts on my family. I'm not sure what all Sasha and I will be doing in regards to what's happened, but I know I'm going to have to spend some time being there for my family. My family's been through a lot. And last year, my son-in-law and my daughter they had a stillborn that they were looking forward to seeing come into this world. My son-in-law lost his father to COVID, and this morning they've taken another very tragic blow, very tragic one. It's not at liberty to get out in front of the family, but it's as bad as it gets. So please remember us, remember them more than us, remember them. But when I say us, I just mean my family. We could use some better news in the future. They could. And they've been through it. I don't know how it's only their faith in Jesus that's getting them through. And they've got some very hard days ahead of them with the news that we received this morning. That news is going to cause me to be even more deshuffled than I have been recently, with having to drive probably some considerable time. And I've been teaching 11 a.m., 12 p.m., now adding nighttime, and it's just going to be challenging for me. So I ask y'all to bear with me. I don't want you to lose confidence that these sessions are going to go on, because they just have got started a few weeks ago. But it is what it is. And we have less and less help on staff because of what our business challenges are. We're having to really tighten the budget, and it's just been a challenge. So with that tightened budget, I'm just not able to get to everybody's emails. Nothing's changing that. It's just going to be worse. So if you're needing help, we don't want you to feel overlooked. That's what our great team is for. We have the amazing Joni and Missy that man info at myshibboleth.com. So if you're feeling overlooked, neglected, it's not that I don't care. It's that I'm not able to get to everything. So come to these live sessions when I'm not answering your email. You can even ask your question privately, and I'll get you an answer. And that benefits everybody as opposed to a private email. I have heard from several people lately that that these live classes are not their thing, and they prefer a one-on-one setting. We don't have in-person one-on-ones. It's not cost effective. But what we do have is one-on-one online, over the phone, or in the Kennesaw Center in person. So you have all these ways to connect and get the help that you need and deserve, is I guess my point. And I would just ask the children of God to bear with myself, my family, as we figure out what the next steps are with this very tragic day for my loved ones. So just remember us. Okay. Thank y'all for hearing that out. All right. Joni says, please reach out over chat on the website at myshibboleth.com or send an email to info@myshibboleth.com. And as always, Joni, you're just a rock. We really appreciate all you do. Okay. And hey, I just want to make it clear because everybody's always very loving of me and very kind to me as a whole. Most people are. And I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. I love it. Please don't stop. But just know if I don't return it, it doesn't even always mean I didn't see it. Sometimes I'm reading it or Sasha's reading something to me and it does me good, or it lets me know where someone needs help. But I don't always get to sit down and write several paragraphs of information back. I feel like those are best handled in class, even if done anonymously. And you can do anonymously there with the Q&A button. But I'm going to get on with it. Y'all didn't come here to hear my problems or challenges. So hang on one second. I got one quick problem to address. Hold on. They beeping at me wanting a code from me. I just give it to them. All right. I'm multitasking pretty good, aren't I? Let's get started. Any questions today about nutrition, behavior modification, anything related to weight loss and wellness that you've been wondering, or anything you're perplexed about in regards to the program? Any suggestions, things that would help you that you don't have access to? That's always a help to hear what it is that you feel you need that we're not supplying. We would love to supply that for you if there's any way we can do it. Cheryl says, we love you, Travis, and we'll be praying for you and your family. We're so blessed with all the support we get at Shibboleth. Thank you so much. Amen. I know y'all will be praying for my daughter and her husband during this very tragic time. I appreciate it. It's what the Bible says, that we should lean on each other. We should mourn when one another mourns and rejoice when one another rejoices. And I appreciate having this Shibboleth family. Much more than a business to me. Thank y'all. Any questions? I want to be a help. Y'all have to understand, I get my peace and joy from being a help. I desire to have a servant's heart, and I get a lot of joy from helping. Some people get joy from sunbathing. I get joy from helping. So let me know how I can help today. What are your questions? All right, let's get on with it. Stevia, I have a smart question. Don't say that. Stevia said, y'all can see what she said. Stop it. You don't have a stupid question. This is a smart question. I know we are not supposed to have more than 15 calories of creamer in our coffee. However, I'm trying to decide if I need to just give up coffee completely, or can I add 45 calories and just drink 1/3 of it? It gives a better taste, and I think I would still just get 15 calories. No, let's don't do that. Tell me what it is that's 45 calories that you want, Stevia, and let's personalize your situation for you. So share with me in the chat, what is it that's 45 calories, and we'll take a look at it as a family. Kim says, talk about people who want results but don't want to give anything up. Kim, that's a very good topic. When people want results, and they don't want to give anything up, there's a lot to unpack there. Number one, that's childish. That's childish. So for us to obtain a prize, for us to obtain a result, for us to obtain a goal, we can only obtain at the level we're willing to sacrifice. That's just adulthood. That's adulthood. There's no getting around that. Yeah, it's the little children that inherit the kingdom of heaven. But the Bible also says that when I was a child, I spake and thought like a child. Now that I'm an adult, I speak and I behave like an adult. King David said that he wouldn't want or ask for anything that didn't cost him something. If you're wanting result for no work, that result is going to be meaningless and pointless. People try to avoid work. People try to avoid investment of time and hard work for their pleasure. The Bible says in the last days, people will be a lover of pleasure more than a lover of God. In other words, we'd rather love instant gratification than the delayed gratification that comes with living for the Lord. Look at Esau and Jacob. Esau had the birthright and the blessing of God upon his life, of his father, Isaac. And Esau was out one day and he was doing what Esau did. He was hunting and he was hungry, and he sold his birthright because he was hungry. For instant gratification's sake, he gave up his birthright to his brother Jacob. He sacrificed that was his for a little bit of something to eat. He said, what good will my birthright do me if I die because I'm hungry and I'm not here to enjoy my birthright? How many times have you got in the pantry and can't get out, got in the fridge and can't get out because you weren't willing to push through that moment of weakness and you weren't willing to sacrifice 5 minutes of mouth pleasure? I have sacrificed minutes of mouth pleasure for the last many years, and what I've got in return is off of medications. I have increased my self-esteem and self-confidence. I have prolonged my quality of life. I sacrificed instant gratification for a type of heaven, a delayed gratification, a much better life, a much happier life. Now, there was a season in my life I stayed and lived in constant FOMO. I was afraid I was going to miss out on eating at the Mexican restaurant with friends. I was afraid I was going to miss out on some pleasure if I denied myself. The Bible teaches us that real peace comes from self-denial. It's not that there's not pleasure on the other side. There's always more pleasure on the other side of discipline than there is living a life without discipline. Another thing that you have to consider if you're spoiled rotten, because that's what it is. Another thing that you have to consider is you're in torment. You're in torment. Let me share this with you. Watch this. When you don't have a made-up mind, and that's what we're talking about here. When you don't have a made-up mind, it's like this. Let's pretend for a minute that on a scale of, let me ask y'all this. I want some honesty now. If y'all are not honest, this ain't going to work. I'll come back to the questions. Bear with me. I want you to be honest. I want you to be honest. On a scale from 1 to 10, give me a food craving that's not an approved food that you love at a level 10. I mean, it is so tempting to you. Anybody? Is that a sub sandwich maybe? Anybody else? Something that cupcakes? Let's go with that one. I think most people like cupcakes. What kind of cupcakes? Oops, my U looks a little funny. Any of these y'all are mentioning. Ice cream, you just can't deny yourself of daily cupcakes with your favorite frosting, whatever it is. Y'all are listing a bunch of good ones. Some of y'all love those at a level 10, right? Now watch this. Can y'all visualize your best body and your best life? Can y'all visualize it? Can y'all visualize your best life? Your best body? On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad do you want that? On a scale of 1 to 10. Got some 10s. Best body. So let's put best body over here. So you want your best body and you want the cupcake. You want your best body at a level 10. You want the cupcake at a level 10. Which one is instant gratification and which one do you have to work hard for? You got to work hard for your best body. Isn't it a shame that both your best body, your best life, and a cupcake are equal on your scale of desire? That's just something to think about. that anybody here could say that your best body and best life rivals a cupcake. Now, here's what the devil's put in front of you. This is behavior modification. Here's what the devil's put in front of you. The cupcake's right in front of your face. You can have it now. The best body is off in the future, but you've rated both a level 10. This is called a bloodbath. This is called torment, because this best body is lasting. This will be with you forever. But a cupcake lasts how long, everybody? Blink of an eye, right, Pam? 3 minutes, max, gone. And now you've put off your best body by another 2 days. I hope this resonates with you. So you're walking around, and as soon as you have the cupcake, what do you start thinking that you're never going to have? As soon as you have the cupcake, guilt and regret comes because of why? Because you're not going to get your best body. Now you're beating yourself up. The cupcake didn't come with pleasure. Trick of the devil, it come with pain. And it's a bloodbath every day. This is called torment. Torment. Can everybody see that? Now watch this. Watch this. So what happens when we build our why and we want our best body at a level 10 and a cupcake is a level 2? We can take it or leave it. This is like having 10 armies against 2 armies. Which one's going to win with ease? The best body. You'll delay your gratification. You now get it. Your mind has changed. It's made up. You get what you stand to gain. If you're not willing to invest and attend class and learn a few things and read and work hard on yourself, you're going to keep staying in cupcake hell. That's all there is to it. If you value the cupcake at an 8, let's say that you want your best body at a level 10, you want the cupcake at a level 8. This is called torture. You're torturing yourself. Until you elevate your value system, you're not going to be successful. I changed when I was willing to elevate my value system. Does that make sense, everyone? And I have to do it every day. I have to do that every day. I can't do it today. That's another challenge I see with people. I can't do that today. I can work myself up into a godly, value-driven frenzy today. How did I do that? I visited my why, my written goals. I listened to the right music, got myself in the right state of mind. I prayed. Well, guess what? If I'm given a tomorrow, I got to do it again tomorrow. Or what I value that's attached to delayed gratification will begin to diminish again. Yes, Suzette says, good, thank you, very good. Iron sharpeneth iron. Suzette says, just as Paul had to die to self daily. Paul said, I die daily. Okay, good stuff. Kim says, you cannot simultaneously retain your cake and eat it too. I love that. All right. Any other questions? Good stuff. I hope that helps somebody. That's how I coach myself when it comes to the things I love. I have to work on my real value system, not the one the devil's duped me into believing is valuable. Alice, we might be looking at it wrong, Travis. We don't know how long it's going to take to get to that body, but we can say when we refuse that cupcake, that we are 2 days closer to that body. Awesome. Awesome thought. That's the way to coach yourself. Very beneficial to the group. Exactly. Exactly. That's another great way to state that. Because I avoided the cupcake, I'm actually 2 days closer to my goal because I didn't have it and put myself back 2 days. Great thought. Love that. Kim says pride is also a problem, but I love that you said spoiled rotten. Yes, pride goeth before the fall. I talk to many prideful people that tell me every day they know it all, but yet they're sitting there 30, 40, 50, 100, 200 pounds overweight, and they're being prideful. You have to be coachable, teachable, trainable. You have to surrender and submit. I had somebody tell me I'm a rebel. Well, don't be coming around here. We don't believe in that rebellious stuff. We believe in submission and surrender to ideals that we all agree on that are godly. We can all agree on eating in moderation is a godly attribute, is it not? Is moderation in all things a godly attribute? I suspect most reasonable people agree here that it is. Tammy, I sit there and think about how physically and mentally I am going to feel after the cupcake. Yeah, I like that. Got to feel it. Got to feel it. Got to attach pain to those behaviors we don't want in our life anymore. But we attach pleasure to them. We attach fear. We go, I'm afraid I'll miss out. I'm afraid I'll never get another cupcake ever. FOMO of the devil. Any other questions? All right, Jennifer. I'm currently doing the cleanse. I seen lean ham approved, cheese and fiber gourmet crackers on the lunch options. What is the portion of ham and cheese suggested for that? Cheese as a condiment, 4 ounces of ham, and a handful of fiber gourmet crackers. That would be a good portion. Could you do a little more, a little less? Sure, but that's a good portion. So if you don't want to use a portion plate, 1 handful of crackers on one side, ham and cheese on the other side. Any other questions? I love that, by the way. I love ham and cheese and fiber gourmet crackers. You got it. Portion plate or 2-hand rule, usually going to keep you safe. As long as you don't pile it up any thicker than the thickest part of your hand. Don't build a volcano. Anyone else? Any other questions? Great time to get the support that you need. There's no dumb questions. Anonymous. I usually only have 3 eating episodes in a day. If I do a snack, it's protein I want. What are good snack options for protein? Less than 200 calories of a protein shake like Beverly UMP. I'll take a scoop of Beverly UMP, mix in water with a palm full of berries. That's a good snack. It's pushing it, but a half of a Mighty Muffin with a teaspoon of peanut butter or a teaspoon of sugar-free chocolate chips would be a good snack. It makes one good cookie size muffin. Any boar's head lean meat, I often will eat just turkey. I'll take a dill pickle and wrap boar's head turkey or boar's head chicken around the dill pickle and eat that as a snack. Very good snack. 100 or so, not under 200, but London broil over some lettuce as a snack. London broil fried in MCT oil over a leafy green bed of lettuce. That's a great one. 1 tablespoon of peanut butter with a tablespoon of hemp hearts mixed together is a good snack. Cabot extra light cheese with a handful of fiber gourmet crackers is a good snack. Power Crunch bar, good snack or meal. Advanced Health Systems pancakes, a good snack. Sugar-free syrup. 1 package of Advanced Health Systems cheesesteak pasta, good snack. These are the ones coming to my mind. Bone broth with riced cauliflower in it for texture, good snack. There you go. There's a few. I love tuna. Let's see. Advocare says not to take the Delta until day 11. I want to know what you want. That's what I suggested to everybody, Rosanna. If you're not doing the cleanse, now I don't know. I'm having to go off of, I'm just shooting arrows in the dark here because I don't know your situation. If you're not doing the herbal cleanse kit, as we've talked about in the class, you can start your MNS on day 1. If you bought the 24-day jumpstart kit for the master class, you have days 1 through 10, days 11 through 24. Days 11 through 24 are for metabolic nutrition system because they're assuming you're doing the cleanse. If you're not doing the cleanse, you can start right away on your metabolic nutrition system as long as the doctor has approved your use of metabolic nutrition system. Please, if you don't mind, Roseanne, please refer to your class notes. And I can't say it may be Rosanna. It just says ROSAN ... So not trying to mispronounce your name, but make sure you refer to your class notes or ask in the group. It sounds like there's still some confusion there for you, and we want to clear that up. Okay. Julie, I love tuna, but 1 tablespoon of mayo, which is 50 calories, is not enough. It's dry and I gag. What else can I do? I would suggest not eating tuna. That's not to be smart alecky. If you don't like the approved mayonnaise in the tuna, then don't eat the tuna and mayonnaise. That would be my suggestion. There's really nothing else you can do. You could make the mayonnaise recipe. Okay. So in the recipe section, there's an MCT based mayonnaise, and you could use a lot more of that. If you like it, you may not like it. I don't know. So you could use the MCT oil mayonnaise recipe, and then you could use more in your tuna. I would give that a try. Otherwise, if you don't like mustard, you don't like mayonnaise, maybe somebody else here has a suggestion. But what I do if I don't like something is I don't have it. There's so much here that we can have that we do like. I'm just not going to focus my energies on something I don't like trying to make it work. If what you're asking me is, can you add more regular mayonnaise to it? I would suggest not so. Suzette says, I posted a question up above about popcorn. Let me see if I can find it. If I can't, I will ask you to copy and paste it again. So and the reason I do that to y'all, if I miss something, it's easier for y'all to copy and paste it, because when I'm having to scroll up, it can be a hindrance to people that want me to keep things rolling, if that makes sense. Not your fault. It's just the limitations of technology and the limitations of a human brain. I can't find it, so if you don't mind reposting that, I'll try to catch it next time. Just keep posting it, Suzette, till I see it. Kim Smith says, I suggest non-fat yogurt in the tuna. You could do that. If you use approved yogurt, not necessarily non-fat yogurt, you need to go to the library and you need to look up yogurt. Use an approved yogurt if you're going to try this technique, and then see if that works, because an approved yogurt is most likely going to be a category 1. Tuna in water is a category 1. Mixing those two together is still a category 1. Does that make sense? Julie says, how much yogurt can I use in the tuna? Let me repeat that, Julie. So yogurt, approved yogurt, is a category 1. Approved tuna is a category 1. How much could we use of that recipe if they're both category 1? A full portion. So as long as you portion control that, you can use as much of the yogurt as you want with the tuna, as long as your hands fit over it and it's not piled up any thicker than the thickest part of your hand. Hope that makes sense. Jenny, wow, war on weakness, all day salad greens with 8 tablespoons of hemp hearts is grazing okay? Yeah, so what you're doing, this is not a purposeful or intentional trick, but you're trying to trick me a little bit. I do not believe in grazing, okay? Wow challenges are not the program. Wow challenges are not the program. Wow challenges are a diet based upon nutritional principles in this program that are meant to help you get out of a negative state of mind or overcome temporary weight gain due to a holiday or to get momentum doing something wacky and fun that it makes you have to have self-discipline. So the wow challenge that you refer to is one where you make a huge robust salad in a huge bamboo bowl with all these salad veggies, and it's a discipline challenge where you're grazing on all of this good food all day long as you need it, and you don't eat anything else. It's a challenge. It's not the lifestyle. So in that case, it is okay because you're doing something very challenging. You're trying to reset yourself. You're trying to make the program new again. You've gotten bored with the program. We're doing something silly, crazy, wacky with a wow challenge to get you momentum again. Let me know, everyone, if we need to unpack more of Jenny's question. Hold up. I was talking to my kids. Did you just say we can take boar's head deli meat and wrap it over a pickle for a snack? Of course. If so, can we add a slice of fat-free cheese? Of course, as long as it's less than 200 calories. Anything, is everybody listening? Is everybody listening to me? That means I want you to try to listen. I usually do that when it's a fundamental principle. Anything that's approved as a meal, half of it can be approved as a snack. A lot of people overlook that. If I had Travis's spaghetti last night on a portion control plate, and today I want half of a portion control plate of Travis's spaghetti as a snack, can I do that? Yes. Anything that classifies as a meal episode, half of it can be a snack. So boar's head lean meat with a pickle is a 1 and a 2. That's a meal. Fat-free cheese is a condiment. That's a meal. Exactly half of that is a snack. Now, people mess this up all the time because then they conclude that anything that starts off as an approved snack will also work if you have double as a meal. Will that work? No. No. Because something that started on the program as a snack that we made fit as a snack, when you go up in calories, it may not have enough protein and fiber to offset the net carb effect. Does that make sense, everyone? The reverse doesn't hold true. Perfect. Good job. Good job. Suzette says, I'm not wanting to manipulate the shield, just a question. I like to do intermittent fasting 16 and regular Shibboleth. I'm going to the movies and Grands and wondered if I could do MCT popcorn and broccoli as a meal instead of a snack. I struggle with snacks. No, you can't. Popcorn is not a meal. So what you can do is the following. Core principle of the program. For ideal fat loss, for ideal optimized fat loss, how many eating episodes should we have a day? 3. Can one of those eating episodes be a snack instead of a meal? Yes. So that's how you could do that. So you could call your popcorn a snack, still get great fat loss by having your other two meal episodes and not a third meal episode. Does that make sense? So in theory, you're treating it like it's a meal, but it classifies as a snack. Why would that matter, Travis? Because later in the day, you may not have your wits about you, or earlier in the day, and you may have to have that third meal, so you could still have your popcorn later, hold the butter. Well, you couldn't do that at a movie theater, but anyway, movie theater popcorn, I probably messed that whole thing up. Y'all do know movie theater popcorn is a holiday, right? Thank God we don't have it 144 times a year. We can't afford to. Any of the people I know can't afford to go to the movie theater 144 times. But y'all with me? Popcorn at home up to 200 calories, because I can pop it in MCT oil. Up to 200 calories would be a snack, an eating episode. Just food for thought there. Trussa, what's the math for figuring a pre-made balanced meal? Is it calories and protein? I don't like to go over that in class, Trussa. What I prefer everybody do is learn the categories of food and learn the food combinations and portion control. That's almost always going to make sure that you have enough protein and fiber in relationship to net carbs to neutralize insulin. It never fares well for me to get in the math with a lot of people. That doesn't mean you couldn't handle the math. But when we do that, it's like that old story. By the time that gets told what I said in class, it's never what I said. And so many people provoke the fat bus response. Our program's solid, it's powerful, but it's fragile. If you mess that formula up, you're messed up. There's a reason we teach what we teach, and we teach it how we teach it. So I would hope that you would do that. But if you're not going to come back to class unless I give you the math, you want to make sure that your protein is greater than your net carbs. Net carbs is carbohydrate minus sugar, alcohol minus fiber equals your net carbs. Make sure your protein is greater than that, and you limit your portion, and most things will be okay. I love teaching the math. It just always has impact. I wish Kim Shibboleth was here and she would agree with me. I like it when she's here. She'll agree. She's watching the library like a hawk, and she's like, every time you give them the math, they start doing all kind of crazy stuff with Reese cups, and can't do it. Just can't do it. The math's too hard to teach. We have a solid program where we learn about the categories. There's safety in a multitude of counsel. So if you post what it is that you're wanting, we'll add it to the food library if it works. And if it doesn't, you can have it on your holidays. Kim Dankey's one of our great teachers. She says, I don't know the math, and I don't need to know it. I know that's hard for the analytical types like myself. But in a group setting, it's not good. Maybe a one-on-one, we could really vet it out. But let's see, what else is here? Hey, Christy. I'm looking for, Trussa's asking, I don't see any other question, Trussa. When you are looking at pre-made, now I see it. Okay, gotcha. I didn't help you, did I? I'm sorry. When you're looking at pre-made balanced meal, you go by calories and protein has to be 20% carbs. That's not right. Trussa, can I ask you a question? This might help me. I can do a better job of answering your question. Trussa, have you earned your fast track badge? Would you share that with me? That'll help me a lot. Then I might be able to share more math with you. Have you earned your fast track badge? Let me know. I wasn't neglecting you earlier. I'm sorry. I was focused on the Zoom thread and I wasn't looking at the Facebook thread. But if you let me know, have you been able yet to earn your fast track badge? Anyone else while we're waiting on Tressa? Yeah, Joni, we've got somebody young there that's a spammer. Would you get rid of them, please? He's talking about herpes and cancer and hepatitis. Would you get rid of that fella? Thank you, Joni. Okay, Tressa has not earned the fast track badge yet. Tressa, would you consider going through that and earning that so that you would understand the food combination formula and the portions? I think that would help. And then if you still had questions about the food formulas, we could meet in a mentor appointment and we could go over those food formulas. But I think that would set the basis for you understanding how we come up with approved foods. Sorry if I'm not being very thorough, but I was assuming maybe you'd earn that fast track because you're asking good questions. But earning that fast track badge will teach you how we approve the plethora of foods that we approve. Thank you, Cindy. Any other questions or comments? Has anybody had good success earning their fast track badge with weight loss here? And had good success with understanding nutrition? Let's say I got 1 yes, 2 yes, 3 yes, 4 yes. Another yes, lost 70. Yes, 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 yes. You can't see it in the Zoom room where our clients are, but the fast track is killer. It's awesome. Kim Danke does that. Also a good change of pace from my teaching. She's very organized, great teacher, and she takes all of our students through the LAP system. It takes less than 2.5 hours to learn that fast track system. And then people really understand the food combinations much better. Michelle's down 80. Great job, everybody. 100 plus pounds down. Awesome. Thanks, Belinda. Fast track video is essential. Good job. Tressa, let me get you a mentor appointment if you don't mind. We do that for free too. We pay some great people to host those mentor appointments just so that we can keep you moving along in your efforts. If you'll email me at travisjack777@gmail.com, travisjack777@gmail.com, we'll get you all the education and help you need. What I would suggest, if the free classes aren't helpful right now, maybe let's get you a mentor appointment and let one of our mentors start helping you out with that kind of stuff. They'll be honored to help you. Oh, I see, Tressa. You were in Body for Believers. Yeah, Greg was one of my instructors, and he left many years ago and went and did his own thing with it. Very similar to Body for Believers, but maybe 100 times the variety of Body for Believers. So welcome. We're glad that you're with us. Thank you, Vicki. Thank you for praying for my family. Challenging day for my daughter and her husband. I appreciate your prayers. Michelle, investing my time in learning it myself helps me stay focused, watching the videos. If you're starting out, keep it simple. For me, it's a lifestyle change, so I'm constantly learning. Outstanding comment. Tressa, I think you'll really enjoy the program. A lot of variety. Body for Believers was a spinoff of my old company, Thrive. It was not permitted, but it happened anyway. Any questions or comments? Anyone? Travis, Shibboleth is awesome. Thank you, Janet. You're awesome too. Can you please speak to those of us who are struggling with gaining on holidays over and over? I know I need to stop taking holidays. Well, you're not gaining much fat. Let's unpack that. How many calories do we have to get rid of to lose 1 pound of fat? Let me reverse engineer this for you. 3,500 calories. 3,500 calories. How many extra calories do I have to eat on a holiday to gain 1 pound of fat? The same would hold true, wouldn't it? If I've got to get rid of 3,500 calories to lose 1 pound of fat, then I have to overeat by 3,500 calories to gain 1 pound of fat. After a holiday, how many pounds do you usually gain after a bad holiday? I can gain 5 or 6 pounds. Tabitha says it's nothing for me to gain up to 6 pounds. So, in order to gain 6 pounds of fat after one holiday, how many calories would I have had to overeaten by? Can anybody do that math? Let's see if we've got a rock star in the class. To gain 6 pounds after one holiday, which I can do easily, Becky says 21,000 calories. Did I eat 21,000 calories too much in one day? No. So what is that other weight gain? It's water and sugar and waste. So why do we freak out? How many holidays can we have in a month and still lose body fat fast month over month? 6. So after those 6 holidays, we can expect some temporary weight gain and a little bit of fat gain. But if the other 24 days a month we're on the program having perfect days, we're still going to lose 10 to 15 pounds month over month over month. But what happens after a holiday and we see the scales go up temporary? What happens to our state of mind? We pitch a hissy. We get locked down in hissy fit land. And we want to give up, don't we? Not the right approach. The best way for me to address this great question is to point to the skull. You got to remap how you're thinking about that holiday. Now, if you're having holidays every day, well, that's a different thing we're talking about. You're gaining weight because you're undisciplined. But to have one holiday and gain some weight, how long does it take after a holiday when you get back perfect? Tabitha, after you gain 6 after a holiday and you get back perfect, how long does it take for you to get back to your weight that you were pre-holiday? 1 to 2 days. 1 to 2 perfect days, you're right back where you need to be. But I'm going to throw you a biohack. Do you want to know how to get back in efficient fat burning very quick? Number 1, never, even on a holiday, never go over your ideal calorie range. Does everybody know how to determine their ideal calorie range? Y'all should write this down. Your ideal weight times 8. So I wanted to be 200 pounds. 200 pounds times 8 is 1,600. So on my date night, if that day I fast and I have date night meal and I stay at or under 1,600 calories, even if it's one big meal that's 1,600 calories, I will not miss a beat if the next day I do a wow challenge or a red or yellow column day and walk 10,000 steps. I will be right back to where I was or even better by the second day after that holiday, you will never miss a beat. Are you with me? So Kim, unpack that right though, okay? So Kim, this is a good example of how we be brother and sister. You're not talking to yourself right, like I haven't myself. You went, that's only 952 calories. But wait a minute, you're desiring to have a holiday. Do you need to have a whole hog trough day? Because one meal that's 952 calories is a pretty dense meal for a small lady. So it's still doable. But now, on a holiday, if you want to have 5,000 calories, go for it. But you've got to realize it's going to take 2 perfect days back on the program to get you to where you want to go. We're all adults making decisions that are good decisions, better decisions, or optimal decisions. There's no wrong on Shibboleth. This is based upon our adult goals. If you're an adult, you have a goal. Here's a good decision. Here's a better decision. Here's an optimal decision. Which will you make today? The formula is you take the number 8 times your ideal weight. What weight do you want to be times 8? That is your optimal calorie range until you reach your goal weight. Now, after that, it's your weight, because now you've achieved your weight. It's your weight times 10. Kim Danke, you was wanting me to check somebody's journal. Could you tell me again whose that was? And that's how we'll end the show today. And do I have her permission? Thank you, Michelle. God bless you. Michelle says she posted it to panelists. If you're not a partner, please consider prayerfully about becoming one and give back to the program. I've never been a part of a weight loss ministry like this. Thank you so much. Very sweet of you. Very sweet of you. They love Jesus. They love people. Thank you so much. God bless you. I appreciate that sweet comment. Oh, okay. Is she here? Kim's wanting me to check Janet's. I don't think she's here though. Janet Wilson. I don't see her name in the list right now. But if Janet, for an upcoming date, if she doesn't mind me checking her journal publicly, and of course I'll be kind, we're all in the same boat, I would be happy to check her journal and to utilize that as an opportunity to help the entire group. Anybody that wants me to check their journal, I'm able sporadically throughout the week to do that publicly. If you want a private journal consultation, you would schedule with one of our great mentors. Tressa says, all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord. Amen. Thank you for that word, Tressa. Good word. My mama's here, Gail Martin. She says, if you're new, start with 1s and 2s and 4s and 2s. It works, don't it, Mama? Like taking a blowtorch to butter. Amen, sis. Ellen, am I the only one that the cleanse has not worked for yet? So Ellen, this is day 2, my friend. Did you start yesterday, Ellen? I'm gonna pick on Ellen. She's my friend. She's my buddy. Ellen, did you start yesterday? Let me help folks out. If Ellen started the master class yesterday, maybe she didn't. I'm assuming that she started the cleanse yesterday. And today is Tuesday. She did. Ellen did. She started yesterday. What's one of the fruit of the Spirit? Is one of the fruit of the Spirit patience? Okay. So in class, we went over that cleanse is not a laxative. People are expecting it to have a laxative effect. Laxatives do your body harm. This is not a laxative to relieve temporary discomfort. This is a cleanse. We need patience. Patience. Thanks, Ellen. Yeah, we don't do laxatives here. And the herbal cleanse kit is not a laxative. It is a Brillo pad that we consume that spends time scrubbing out that undigested matter, cleaning out the piping, if you will, in a slow, safe, and methodical way. Thank you, Kelly. Anybody else? Ellen, patience has never been my virtue either. But together we will exercise it and it will grow stronger. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. We appreciate you coming to class. Don't forget, you can become a partner. Help us help people. www.helpshibboleth.com. www.helpshibboleth.com. Help Shibboleth in Shibboleth's mission. We're not here sitting on a pity potty or poor mouthing. No. To do great things, it requires the Church of God to pitch in. So that's what we're asking for. If you're not a lifetime member, become a lifetime member. It's $49. You get all access to everything. Pay one time and never have to pay again. Thank you, Rosanna. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, everybody. God bless y'all. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Those of you in the master class, Lord willing, don't assume I'll be on the road tonight yet, but tonight, master class, I believe I'll go live around 8:30 p.m. All right. Thank y'all, and God bless.